A Madera County judge ruled this week 52-year-old state prisoner Tremaine Carroll must be referred to with she/her pronouns because Carroll identifies as a woman.
A male inmate in California who self-identified as a female, which led to him being locked up with other women, it basically went how you expected it to go. This nonsense will never end. Check it out.
Thank you, Kevin. A controversial court ruling tonight. A convicted criminal who served time at the women's prison in Chowchilla is charged with raping fellow inmates.
Look at this dude. I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not funny because the consequences were pretty serious. But look at this guy. He ain't even trying to act like or pretend like he looks like a woman. He's just self-identified. So they felt as if they had no other choice based on his sole statement that he was a female. And California, in an attempt to be logically consistent, if you want to call it that, with the illogical, thought it was best to house this clown with real women. These people need to be locked up. They're so dumb.
Madera County judge says Tremaine Carroll must be referred to with she/her pronouns, but the district attorney is pushing back because the 52-year-old Carroll is a biological male and the decision could impact the pursuit of justice.
Let me ask you a question. If you were a corrections officer and you were working in the California Department of Prisons or detention centers in the corrections field, and they told you that when you referred to this individual, they said that you had to refer to them in the female context, what would you do? Would you comply, or would you feel bound based on some other standard? Maybe as a Christian and seeking to be a truth teller, not to bear false witness, not to lie. I couldn't do it. I would probably end up getting terminated or written up or something along those lines. But I know for a fact I could not and would refuse to refer to a man as a woman. Let me know what you would do.
Court records show Carroll was convicted in Los Angeles County in 1993 for aggravated kidnapping for the purpose of ransom or to commit another crime. Carroll is now serving time in a men's prison as this rape case moves forward.
Action News reporter.
So he's charged with sexual assault. Now they put him in a men's prison. Not even considering the logical outcome of putting a man with a woman behind bars. What do you think is going to happen? Man, I would own the California Department of Corrections if I was in a situation like that, or if someone I loved was in a situation like that. We would sue the pants off of these clowns.
Brianna Willis spoke with the district attorney about the potential impact of the pronoun ruling.
A Madera County judge ruled this week 52-year-old state prisoner Tremaine Carroll must be referred to with she/her pronouns because Carroll identifies as a woman. But the district attorney believes the defendant is abusing the system.
This is a person who's not a woman in any sense of the word.
In March, DA Sally Moreno charged Carroll for rape allegedly committed while incarcerated at the Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla.
After his first cellmate became pregnant and was moved to Los Angeles, 2 other cellmates of his complained that he had raped them. So,
Lord have mercy. Like, honestly, these people are so dumb. And I'm trying to be halfway judicious and respectful to them. But what else can you say? One ends up pregnant. The other 2 claimed that he raped them. And yet this judge, they didn't show a picture of her here, but there's another video. I believe it's a black woman out of California. People, Californians, I'm telling you, I hope and pray, because I know there's so many people who have left California after the pandemic or during the pandemic with all the foolish lockdowns and all the other foolish things that they've done historically and that they continue to do. I got family living in California. for the life of me, I don't know why she stays there. I mean, I do know why, she's told me, but that's got to be the worst state in the union. I don't care how pretty it is and all the taxes and the laws and the immigration issues. I hope when people decide to leave and move out of there, out of that state, I know a lot of them have migrated to Texas or Tennessee. I pray to God that they don't bring their crazy ideas along with them, because those ideas, if they went along with them, those ideas are what ruined that state to begin with. So when you bounce up out of there, don't bring those ideas with you. Leave them back in California.
We have filed rape charges against this inmate.
Moreno says the ruling regarding pronouns impacts her ability to prosecute the case.
This is a particular issue in this case because it's confusing to the jury. In California, rape is a crime that has to be accomplished by a man.
Supervising Deputy DA Eric Dutemple says it's also unfair to the victims.
It's just absolutely insane that a victim would have to get on the stand and police their pronouns and their usage when trying to recite one of the most scariest times in their lives.
Carroll was allowed to serve time in a women's prison despite being a biological male because of Senate Bill 132, the Transgender Respect Agency and Dignity Act, which took effect in 2021. It allows inmates to be housed with the gender they identify as. The CDCR website points out state law prohibits discrimination based on gender identity.
There's no psychological evaluation that needs to be done. This person doesn't need to be on cross-gender hormones. They don't need to be signed up for transgender surgery. They don't even need a significant psychological evaluation regarding gender confusion. The mere statement is enough.
What else can you do but laugh at times with this foolishness, with this insanity? It's like something out of a bad comedy, but yet this is reality around our country, around the world nowadays. This whole gender identity, this LGBT movement leads to utter insanity, or I shouldn't say leads to. I think that it is the fruit of a nation. This is what I believe. I believe it is the fruit of a godless culture. I mean, what else could it be? How else would you explain it? When you reject the foundations, the moral, social foundations, and all the other foundations that go along with a biblical worldview, you open yourself up to complete nonsense. When you reject God, everything is permissive. I believe, and I'm paraphrasing G.K. Chesterton. When you reject the reality, the morality, the moral foundations that come with a biblical worldview, biblical perspective, then anything goes. Everything you say, do, it's all subjective. It's all subjective. It's basically all up to you. And it's not that far along before a lot of pain follows. Hence this foolishness.
The CDCR has since relocated Carroll to Salinas Valley State Prison for Men. We reached out to CDCR about the case. They sent us a statement about Senate Bill 132, adding that they thoroughly investigate all allegations of sexual abuse, but they do not comment on cases in current litigation. Moreno says Carroll fired the defense attorney handling the case and has chosen to move forward with self-representation in court. Carroll's next court date is set for January 14th. Brianna Willis, ABC 30.
Yeah, and that basically never goes well. I don't recall. I'm sure it's happened throughout history. I'm sure there's been somebody who's defended themselves and been victorious, but it's a very small percentage, very small percentage. So I'm thinking this guy, well, not thinking, either this guy was trying to beat the system, but then he opened himself up to all kinds of sexual assault charges, or he was trolling them, or he's mentally ill. There aren't that many other options. But let me know what your thoughts are on this video. Comment down below. And if you appreciate content like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you on the next video.